Morning guys, how are we doing? Welcome to show 344. Today we're going to talk about and start thinking about the new year, because 2023 has pretty much started for me and all of our coaching clients in the Brotherhood. So I wanted to go through some mind space, some visualization about how you can approach and lead yourself into 2023, right, with an elite mentality rather than leaving it to the very last minute. Okay. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Bourman. And if you are coming through, please do hit the love heart button. Let me know that you're watching. And what I want you to do is in the comments right now, just spontaneously, in one word, describe how you want next year to feel. Okay, so just don't overthink it. Just write it in there, one word that best describes how you would love to feel going into next year. All right, in the comments, do that for me. Cool. All right, so this may burst some bubbles, but when we go into 2023, I don't expect the world to be any easier. I expect all of the hardship that is happening right now to continue. All right, and if we're going into 2023 thinking next year is going to be different, you're going to be greatly mistaken. And that's not me being negative. Let's just put a realistic twist on this, is that actually prices are still going to be high. There's probably still going to be a war going on. There's probably still going to be a shambles of a government. All of those things are still going to be happening externally, outside of here. But what can change and what can be controlled is what's in here. All right, so this is the thing that we have control of, right? And how we wake up and our emotional state and our mood, those are the things that we can control. Our time, our energy, our focus, those things that we're handling. So what I wanted to do was just this morning present a very light introduction into how you could do that. Now, if you want to lead yourself better into 2023, I'm running a free online workshop on Sunday the 13th, okay, which is a week this Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you can register for that on the link that's on this bio or in the description or wherever like the copy is or the writing is. It's free. It'll be about 30-40 minutes. I'll be going in great detail in 4 steps of how you can lead yourself into 2023. I know you said 2024 then. All right, let me just sort this light out. That's a bit better, isn't it? Cool. All right, so let's get into it. So the first thing I want us to do is visualize, right? So here is 2023. The majority of people will feel super optimistic after Christmas. They will feel super optimistic about the new year. And somebody will turn around and go, today's the start of a brand new life for me, day one, you know, all of that crap. All right, that stuff doesn't work. Right, I'm just going to tell you that hype, that optimism is not going to last. Like maybe 0.01% of people that say that actually follow through with it, right? So what we don't want to wake up is be here and go, yeah, I'm going to change my life, and actually not even know what you're doing. So we've got 2 months, all right? We have 58 days between now and January the 1st. 58 days. To give you some perspective, if you spent 15 minutes a day, every single day, preparing yourself to be the leader of yourself here, not only are you going to get that development through these 2 months, okay, you're going to have 14 and a half hours specifically spending 15 minutes a day over these 2 months to fully be in control mode here. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, that is 1% a day. This is 1% a day. And by spending that 15 minutes of visualizing, putting your plans together, okay, this is stuff I'm going to show you in a workshop, mind you. You're going to slowly have already begun the process of changing the way that you think, the things that you want, the path that you create. Okay, so what we want to do is, number one, create a vision of where you would love to be at December 31st, 2023. So when you wake up on December the 31st, 2023, in your mind, following the 4 pillars, health, personal development, relationship and business, where do you want to be? Now, I've already asked you that in the comments, okay, and a couple of you have engaged and said, this is one word that best describes how I want to feel in 2023. So that is you visualizing how you want next year to feel. And you can do that here for each one of these. So like with your health, how do you want to feel? How do you want to be thinking? What do you want to look like? Do you know what I mean? So we can talk about those things. I want to be this weight. I want to be feeling like this every single morning. I want to be having this mentality to deal with the hardships. Okay, in your business or your career, you might be saying, this is how I want my career to be going. This is how I want my business to be running. This is the salary I want to be earning. This is the position I want to be in. So what we're doing here is just going through the visualization and brain dump phase. So through November here, we are creating that visualization and brain dump. So it's an idea. It's becoming romantic about the idea of actually, where am I going to lead myself? What am I leading myself to, right? So many guys are just on this pedestal, on this treadmill, pushing, bike cycling and actually not getting anywhere, right? But what we want to do is think about our venture next year, think about what we want to achieve. And in the process, we start to feel a little bit more optimistic about life. We feel a little bit more about where our path is going, understanding what we want, actually, instead of being very reactive and starting about all of that here. This is a constructive way of doing that. So the first step is over November, creating that 12-month vision and writing all of these things down, okay? So then when we come to December, what we want to do is bring all of that visualization and brain dumping all together, right? That's what we're looking to do. We're looking to bring it all together to create a plan to go, this is my blueprint to how I'm going to show up. So we don't think about that about the whole year. What we do is we think about the first 12 weeks, and that's it. So once you've created that vision about where you want to be, so in the first 12 weeks, what we do is create headlines. We create headlines about what we want to achieve in each of the pillars. Just one thing is fine. So for health, you might say, I want to be able to run a half marathon. So you set yourself the target of running a half marathon over 3 months. Great. That's that visualization. Okay, it might be that over the year you wanted to be leaner, you wanted to be stronger, you wanted to have more energy. So running might be it might be cycling, it might be swimming. Okay, it might be that actually you wanted to start jiu-jitsu and you want to go to jiu-jitsu and you want to do 2 classes a week. And you want it to be part of your life by the end of 12 weeks. But what we hear, the key thing is headline. All right, so we've got the vision and then we've got the headlines. Then we want to nail the first 28 days. All right, so what we do is put together and go, right, this is what I'm going to achieve in week 1. This is what I'm going to achieve in week 2, week 3, week 4. Okay. And it's all about what we can achieve in that first 28 days. So for you guys, that first 28 days is here. So as we come out of that Christmas break, you will already have your plan together for what you're going to achieve in that first 28 days, because you've done all the groundwork here. You've spent 14.5 hours over 2 months, spending 15 minutes a day, putting all of this together. The elite mentality is being well prepared, well planned, clinical, meticulous. The average mentality is like, oh, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And then quitting after 2 weeks, right? So then in detail, we would plan week 1. So when you come off your holidays and you come back in on the Monday and you're like, bang, this is week 1. I've been planning this for 2 months. Let's get to work. The first week might be you're going to run 10K. So over the week, you're going to make sure you've done 10K. For your personal development, you say, I might just get used to using my journal. So when I get into the habit of using my journal, that's my personal development goal. Relationships might be that I'm going to turn my phone off from 5 till 7. So when I get home at 5, I'm going to turn my phone off until the kids go to bed, or at least till 7 o'clock. And there is a no social media rule in the house at that time. And in business, it might be that actually first week, I just want to get back to routine. I just want to get back into the flow. I just want to catch up with emails. I just want to not put myself under huge amounts of pressure in that first week. So I just want to get back into routine. And then suddenly what we have is control of our time, our energy, our focus, just in that first week. And all of that hard work has allowed you to have a blueprint to be in control and lead yourself. So you're not a cluster. So you're not all over the place. So you're not firefighting and scrambling to try and get yourself organized, right? And then becoming, oh, I hate my life. God, gee. So, summary. November is about visualization and brain dumping. Getting all of these creative ideas about what you want out of your life and the direction you want it to go. Number 2, bringing it all together. So we kind of create that plan. So what are the visions for like, what are the final visions that you want to feel or see on 31st of December 2023? Okay, that can be a headline, just headlines in your notebook. First 12 weeks, headlines like, I want to achieve the half marathon. Man, I want to secure a contract through my business, or I want to bring in 10 grand's worth of extra business in my own business. Personal development might be, I want to get a grip of my phone management. Okay, and then relationships might be, I want to bring myself closer to my family over the first 12 weeks. I need to have that disconnect from work, whatever it is that you're looking for. All right, guys, so if this makes sense, I want you to tell me what your biggest takeaway is from this video. And this is part and parcel of the review of you understanding and learning and growing, is going, all right, what is my biggest takeaway from here? And of course, you can come back and watch this. And of course, you're invited to come to my online workshop next Sunday the 13th. It's going to be 8 in the morning. It's going to be about 30-40 minutes. I'm going to go into this in a little bit more detail through 4 steps of how to help you build and lead yourself into that 2023, okay? If you start today by putting 15 minutes in a day for the next 58 days, that's a lot of time you can put into yourself. All right, guys, have a great weekend. There is no show on Monday, no show, okay? But we will be back next Wednesday. I'll be putting up what all the shows and content will be about on Sunday evening, so you can see what you're getting into. And have a great weekend.